Alright, in our quest for learning how to cook the potato, I have decided to try to make some fried potatoes. This time whole fried potatoes. You can see I've got a lot of oil in here. And I am actually frying up the potato wedges to see if they'll cook faster and if I can actually make decent fried potatoes, actually frying them as if they were like French fries, but fried whole potatoes. So we'll see how this turns out. I ended up having to turn the heat down. Let me turn it back on and turn the heat off while I was flipping the fries because it was splattering everywhere. You can see that it is starting to brown, but it's cooking quite a bit faster than baking it. I know you should probably submerge the entire fries in oil to do this. So maybe I'll use a smaller pot or something, or a pan or something next time. I didn't feel like pouring this whole container of oil into this pan to fry it. So next time I'll probably use a smaller container, so you know, like one that's not as large a diameter, so I can submerge the fries, because doing it this way I have to flip it, and there was a real dangerous oil was just splattering everywhere. So I'm going to continue to let it, I'm going to keep my eye on it and flip it over, and when it's a nice golden brown, we'll try it out and see how it tastes. My son and I are looking forward to trying out these homemade fried whole potatoes. As you can see, I'm currently keeping my eye on it. I do have it on high heat, but I guess all the water from the potatoes is kind of splattered out or whatever, evaporated. And it is starting to turn a nice golden brown. We're going to let it brown a little bit more. I'm manually turning everything over. I suspect that if you have the potatoes totally immersed in oil, this won't happen. You won't have, you know, to flip the stuff over like I'm having to do right now. I'm almost done. I'm going to try to do the underside here. But I think this will work. Now my son says he wants some salt with it, so I'm going to put salt on his, sprinkle a little bit of salt when I take it out. Mine, I'm going to try to eat, you know, with ketchup and see what it tastes like, just with ketchup. But already you know, this is looking pretty good to me. And if it's fully cooked, I think it's going to be a lot better to cook it this way rather than baking it. Baking it took, what was it, almost an hour? 45 minutes to an hour. Might have been because I didn't have the heat high enough, because I had it at 365 instead of 425 or whatever. You know, it was high enough. I'm going to go ahead and take some of this out because it's starting to look brown, and I don't want it to look, you know, burnt. I don't want it to be burnt. So, manually cooking it like this, I think you can control how well you want it done. In our case, I don't want it too well done. Like that center one might be a little bit too well done. I do have some more that I'll be frying up, so I think this is a really good way to make fried potatoes without spending a lot of money. It's expensive to buy pre-cut potatoes for frying, and I think all they do is just cut it and bag it. So we'll try this out and see what it tastes like. Here then is my first batch of homemade fried potatoes with skin. Dry it off a little bit, and you can see I have a second batch going. Turn the heat off, and I think I'll put the lid on it to help it kind of bake and cook a little bit faster, and then I'll come by and flip it in a few minutes. So let's go ahead and put some salt on this stuff and see how it turned out. I basically just took the salt and have been sprinkling a little bit all over everything. There's quite a bit of salt on here. My son says he prefers the salt versus having it with ketchup. Me, I'm going to have it ketchup, but it still has salt on it, and that's fine. So I'll give him a serving and see what it looks like and tastes like for him. Here then is the finished product. I think I had one a little bit burnt, but not too bad. Let's try a piece without any ketchup. Probably overcooked this one a little bit. And that's what it looks like inside. Believe it or not, it's pretty good. I can eat this. And I think I'd rather fry it because it's a lot faster than the baking. I think the whole process took maybe about 5 or 10 minutes of frying. And it's pretty good with the salt. Try a piece with the ketchup and see what that tastes like. Nice and soft. Very tasty. Actually, I think this is better than the fried potato wedges I've been getting at Walmart when they sell their food, you know, their pre-prepared food, because this is fresh. It is so soft and tasty. You see that thing bubbling like crazy, exploding there. Woo! Look at it explode. Guess one of the potatoes busted or something. Moisture's coming out and hitting the grease. Look at it splatter everywhere. I gotta clean this whole stove back up here in a minute. This stuff is very good. So, if you like fried potatoes, French fries and stuff, I actually recommend making your own. I think it tastes better than the frozen ones. Until next time, everybody, bon appetit, good eating, stay safe.